Guys, welcome back. Really good to see you again. So as you know, for the last few weeks, Mesut Ozil has been the subject everyone have been talking about. Arsenal not registering him on the list of 25 players that are selected for the Premier League nor for the Europa League have shocked many fans. Understand how the career at Arsenal of one of the most beloved players has ended in my opinion a very unhonorable way. You'd have to know about these three events that made Arteta go from Ozil himself believes that it all started with a tweet of him in December of last year about China's treatment of the Uyghurs, a minority in the region of China. I doubt that it directly has led to the current position he is in, but it definitely created tension between him and the club. I'm surprised though that Ozil is bringing this up. He must have known that posting a statement like that would have consequences, because let's be honest, this was not his first ride. In July 2018, Ozil announced in upfollowing tweets that he will no longer play international football for Germany due to the fallout caused by his meeting with the Turkish President Erdogan. Ozil's meeting with the Turkish leader caused turmoil right before the World Cup. But Ozil said that he had no regrets of his pictures with the president and felt that the treatment he received from the German Football Association and the media all had to do with discrimination of his Turkish heritage. In fact, a year after the World Cup, he asked the Turkish president to be his best man at his wedding. So in my point of view, Ozil was very well aware of the possible consequences of interfering in politics. Yet, Ozil sent the tweet out anyway, and it led to a furious response by China. Only a few days after the tweet, the Premier League's two biggest broadcasts from China, CCTV and PP Sports, refused to show an Arsenal match on TV. Arsenal directly distanced themselves from Ozil's statements on different social media. The broadcasters decided that they would show the Arsenal games again. They made sure that Ozil's name was not mentioned once in any of the football games by any of the commentators. Also, his name and his avatar were completely removed in several Chinese editions of football video games. You can imagine that this quite created some tension between the player and the club, especially since Ozil afterwards let the media know that he was not pleased with Arsenal distancing themselves from his quotes. But with the arrival of his former teammate Arteta as the new manager, things seemed to look better for Ozil again. The whole world and football with it changed. The coronavirus forced clubs to play without crowds, causing a huge amount of income losses for all clubs. As you know, soon afterwards, the discussion started at Arsenal whether a player should accept a pay cut or not. And of course, Ozil didn't just go with the club's wishes, causing again friction between him and the club. While the majority of the players agreed to the cut, Ozil questions the way the money would be spent and stood firm, knowing that his refusal might end his career at Arsenal. And it did, since Ozil has not played for Arsenal since. At that point, I believe that it still did not have to end for Ozil. Yes, the club was not happy with Ozil's behaviour, but he still had a contract, the transfer window was still open, and at that point, the Arsenal midfield didn't look that promising. But as we know as well, Ozil is a man that stands for what he believes in, and apparently Ozil believed in the Gunnersaurus. Due to the continuing financial impact of the pandemic, Arsenal announced in August of this year that it had made 55 staff members redundant, including the Gunnersaurus. The dismissal of the dinosaur wasn't taken well by many fans, and Ozil immediately volunteered to pay the mascot's salary. It probably wasn't a very wise thing for Ozil to do, because the club was furious. See why? Because from my point of view, it kind of felt like Ozil was trolling Arsenal. Whether that is true or not, one thing was clear: from that point there was no trust anymore from the club in the player. That's it! No Ozil this season, and I think we can all agree that nobody wanted things to end like this for this wonderful player. Thank you for watching again, and hope to see you next week. In the meanwhile, don't forget to click on the like button and to subscribe, and feel free to let me know in the comments what your favorite Ozil moment is. Until then, have a great week. Bye!